Hi friends, I'm Phoebe. I'm on a music discovery journey and I would like to invite you along for the ride. I'm catching up on music that I missed out on over the years. I wanted to feel less like I was living under a rock. I wanted to share some of my great finds with you. So if you like the sound of that, please like and subscribe. I'm going down a sleep token rabbit hole and it is glorious. I have completed the first two EPs. There are a couple of standalone tracks, Jaws and The Way That You Were. In between those, there was also a cover of Hey Ya. And now we have arrived at Sundowning. There are a few different things that I wanted to touch on because I found this really interesting. Each track, when it was released, when it was announced, the first track, The Night Does Not Belong to God, was released. Then every 2 weeks after this, the next song on the album's track listing was released on YouTube at the time of sunset in the United Kingdom. That is so poetic. Sunset, sundowning, the sun goes down. You put two and two together there. And just in case you didn't, it's basically the same thing. They also had each track had its own emblem with accompanying visualizer, all of which contributed to the lore of the album. So I had a look. There is a wiki page for Sundowning that I will try to remember to put in here. Basically, it shows each emblem that they had for each track. The video, I believe, does have the emblem as well in the video, so at least we will see the first one for The Night Does Not Belong to God. Let's check it out. This is very, very intriguing. The track listing, standard track listing is 12 tracks, and then there are some deluxe version bonus tracks with a couple of covers on there. We will get to them. If you don't know, Sleep Token have been around since 2016. They blend a bunch of different genres across different tracks, and I think that's quite unique about them. I don't know when I first heard of them. I think it was when they were becoming more popular over the last couple of years, but I saw them at Download Festival because they headlined. I thought they deserved that set, and I think they're amazing. I think they're really creative, and I think they are doing something quite refreshing for the music industry. So I think they absolutely deserve to be there. There are a lot of metalheads that think only metal bands and strictly metal bands should perform at Download Festival. I'm kind of bored of the gatekeeping. I think as long as it doesn't turn into like a classical or a dance or a drum and bass festival, then who cares if there are things sprinkled around. I do feel like they have elements of metal in a lot of their tracks, so so what. Okay then, The Night Does Not Belong to God. Even just the title, The Night Does Not Belong to God, we're already exploring Vessel's relationship with sleep, this infatuation that he has, this deep desire, this longing for a deity, and saying the night does not belong to God. God is a holy, higher power. It's already kind of saying the night doesn't belong to God. The night belongs to sleep. Sleep is better. Sleep is the higher power here. That's already what I've assessed. Okay, 5 minutes, 4 seconds. Let's go. Sounds familiar. We'll listen all the way through. Sinister. Feels a bit sinister. Among the niceness. Those drums. The whites of your eyes again. He said that before. We tangle endlessly, like lovers entwined. Oh. I know for the last time, you will not be mine. Oh. So give me the night, the night, the night. The light, calm down, light, the night, calm down, light. It's like a lullaby. What is that? What is that? I've heard that somewhere. Not that bit. That, oh. It's very lullaby-esque. Fade out. That was very nice, but kind of sad because he did refer to the fact that you will not be mine. Remembering stuff in the daytime, sleeping, night comes down like heaven. There's this calm, this enjoyment of being together again with sleep, even though they're not together. The whites of your eyes turn black in the low light. I feel like that has been used in lyric, sleep token. We've definitely heard it recently. Jaws. The whites of your eyes burn from across the room. That's close enough. Close enough. That feels bad. It feels evil or like negative. That melody, I've heard it somewhere. Maybe I might need some help, but I feel like I've definitely heard part of it. Let's watch through again, and we're going to do a breakdown of the whole thing, because I like to do a double watch. It helps me process a bit more because there's so much to learn and listen to and even watch sometimes. Even here, there wasn't much to watch, but there was the emblem that was shown to us, so we'll break that down a bit too. there's just so much to process. You're listening to the lyrics, you're trying to work out the meaning, particularly in sleep token songs, because they do everything with purpose and everything is definitely there for a reason, and carefully placed, but also there's a lot of interpretations and a lot of deciphering that goes on. So I definitely feel like I've heard that or a similar version of that at some point. This then, that looks like a sun shining through a window, perhaps. This looks like a religious shape. I'm sure I've seen something like that in a church. This here, is that almost like a timer? Or there are triangles within. There's a big triangle. I don't know what that would symbolize. It certainly feels like a sun coming through, going down. The day turning into night, as obvious as that is, but there's more to that, isn't there? I'd love to go on a bit of a deeper dive through that too. Definitely feels like a lullaby, singing me to sleep sort of vibes. Seems like clouds in the background, different changes of seasons, cityscape, time lapse, time passing, fast, very fast. The sun, the moon. It's really nice piano there. When you live by daylight with angels at your side, again, it's a holy thing, having angels by your side. In order, having your angels in order, bestowed by the light of the sunrise, something pure, something sacred. Daylight being the time of day, of course, and the brightness that it brings. Despite this not being sleep or nighttime, he's thinking about the good, the nice things, the brightness, and the positive in that, I think. Because the next part, gorgeous. You notice that everything is slowed down when the night comes. Oh my god. there's so much symbolism here in that the light gets darker, the city that is racing by is trying to pass time quickly during the day so that he can endure as much, make the most of the time when it's night and sleep. Oh my god, that's very cool. And you remember everything only till the sun recedes once again. So he's being apart from someone, even distance that's created. You think about all the good times while you're not together. You're hoping to be together once more, and so when the night comes, he is together once more with sleep. When the sun recedes, when the sun goes down, sundowning, the night becomes the night, or the day becomes the night. Yeah, the way it slows down is quite cool. Oh, so that slows down at fast, dark, slower, slow, peaceful. There are some clouds that are going by a bit faster, but there are some that have definitely slowed down, at least. The night comes down like heaven. I'm in heaven again because I'm back with you, and I've been longing for these moments all day. Simple as that. That turning divine, you hear that kind of almost sounded like a radio when you're trying to get the frequency of a radio and you just can't quite make it out. It's nearly there but not quite, and I feel like there's references to that in previous tracks where he's kind of can almost feel it like the old times but not quite. This realization that I love you so deeply, I'm so into you, I worship you, but you'll never be mine. Sad. The whites of your eyes turn black in the low light, almost like, for me that feels like the whites of your eyes were the good old days, but then the black is kind of cold. There's no feeling anymore. It's reminding him that, yeah, this is complicated actually. In turning divine, we tangle endlessly like lovers entwined, but it feels more complicated than lovers entwined kind of can feel like a good thing. But this maybe this is a very intimate moment, tangling endlessly, entwining endlessly. but it's also this realization that I know for the last time you will not be mine. Again, it feels like this acceptance that this is the end of an era. But then it goes on to say, give me the night, like, give me this one last time with you, give me these moments, let me endure, let me embrace this night, because I have you at this time. I sleep now, perhaps. Oh, also the incredible harmonies, the voices, the vocals are just beautiful. The drums are really good throughout as well. There are some like chill, they sound chill on the drums, but there are kind of fast beats. But I like that. I like because 2 is it can go super fucking fast on those drums. And there are a few Drumeo episodes that I'd love to watch in a bit more detail in future. But so much talent there. The piano as well. What I can kind of make out. There's moments of guitar. It's quite chill, and it's really the keys. The notes are very appropriate for this mood. Just vocals, almost. Calm. And then it comes, gets louder. And there it's like this big crescendo, this big build up to the night, because he wants to make the most of it. He's embracing that time, and it's intense, which is why the music goes intensely. That there's the moment of calm, this peace, and that's why I feel like they only use the vocals. They don't need any other instruments there to show how calm we are, but they do show visuals, and there's a lot more to it than that, because they're talented, they're creative. And then this build up to this intense feeling, emotion, the night becoming heaven. It's glorious. It's the best feeling he's ever had. Nothing compares. I've definitely heard that. I'm sure I heard them play that at download. Not sure. When I've gone through everything, if I remember when I've gone through everything, I'd like to go through the download set list and see what they played, because there were a few that I recognised, but also because I hadn't listened to them too much, and I was kind of listening to them in the background. I didn't really know a lot, and that's why I'm loving this journey, because I'm really focused on what I'm listening to and going in at least twice at first to really let that ruminate a bit and process it all. It repeats to fade, or it doesn't repeat to fade. It repeats "The night comes down like heaven," this glorious moment, time. Then in the background, "The whites of your eyes turn back in the low light, in turning divine, we tangle endlessly." Tangling endlessly, it does feel like just more of the lovers entwined, embracing, being intimate with sleep, rather than it being complicated. It feels just like an intimate moment. They're so deep, aren't they? I really love that they are deep with what they do, and there's so much purpose with it, and there are lots of things that allude to symbols or meanings, and that's pretty damn cool. These are going up every week on Saturday on YouTube, but if you're lucky enough to watch on Patreon, thank you so much, VIPs. That is really kind, and I'm having the best time putting these out daily at the moment on there. So yeah, very, very cool. At this point on YouTube, we've probably uploaded the whole of this album to Patreon. There's no pressure, because you can wait for each Saturday upload, but if you did want to, there's a way that you can watch without waiting. Thank you once again. I will head off because I want to listen to another one immediately, but I'll see you soon. Take care. I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Take care. See you soon, hopefully. Please like and subscribe if you liked. Bye bye.